apparently there are a lot of men out there that are just done with being used, that all they're doing is working, chilling, and maybe ignoring people. It's kind of messed up.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of RP Experience. Today we're going to be talking about the dating landscape, especially for you guys that have been in a long-term relationship for like the past 4, 5, 10 or more years, and you want to come out into this dating market. And for a rude awakening is going to be a lot different than what you remember. It's not like the 90s, which, I don't know, that kind of glazed through more into the 2000s, but by that time I was in a long-term relationship around that time, but the 90s was pretty wild. It wasn't perfect, but I think without social media, it was good and bad. You didn't have as much choice. You had only choice of the people that happen to come into your life and that you happen to meet. Now with social media, you can be talking to somebody like I live in Orlando. You can be talking to somebody in LA, somebody in Australia, or something like that. Of course, the farther you are, the less of a chance that maybe you guys might hook up. But obviously the closer you kind of are, at least in like the same state or a couple states over, or either they're planning on moving over or something like that, you can happen to meet them. And it seems good, but however, you might meet a number of people. And let's not even get into the dating apps. That right there is the whole shit show, so... Anyway, I have a video with a woman that was recently divorced. Let's see what she has to say about this.
I have what will probably be an unpopular opinion, but what isn't these days. I just entered the dating world for the first time in 12 years, and my God, is it a shit show. And I genuinely think it's because at this point everybody's been screwed over and played, so they all just threw their hands up and decided to be fuckboys and hoes because it's easier and less risky, and you have dating apps and all that stuff now. So I think that everybody's doing it to protect themselves. I don't think anybody wants to live life that way. I think everybody would love to find love, but I think that it's gone so far, and every nice girl's ran into a fuckboy who's turned him into a hoe, and every guy's ran into a hoe that turned him into a fuckboy, because everybody just hurts everybody, and it's so easy to play around these days that I don't think anybody thinks there's any good ones left. Or if they find one, they're so messed up they can't enjoy it, and they just mess it up or bail. And it's a sad world out here. It's a little depressing. Don't get me wrong, marriage was depressing too, but whew, it's rough out here. Way rougher than I thought it was going to be. Get through it though.
Yes, it is tough out here, boo-boo. It's tough. And I keep forgetting to do this. I need you guys to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm going to try to put more videos out, so, I really appreciate your support. Thanks for viewing the video in advance. And anyway, let me get back on topic. So yeah, she's having a rough time out there. Now, of course, though, I don't know what happened in her marriage. I don't know if she was at fault, he was at fault, by her being at fault, meaning that she got bored and wanted to monkey branch to somebody else, tried to monkey branch to somebody else, and it just didn't work. I don't know if he like cheat on her, even though she didn't mention that in her video. But she did say that marriage wasn't good. And this is the thing, sometimes I wonder, I don't think a lot of people take marriage seriously. Like, they're just getting married to somebody because, well, we've been together this long, we may as well take and do it. Then a couple of years later, or after you have a kid or something, then you're getting divorced. I think you need to put more thought in your partners out here, both the guy and the girl. I mean, I think guys are starting to think more, because when we get divorced, we face a stiff penalty. Women, it seems like, you know, you will get alimony, child support. It does depend how much the guy makes compared to you. But with like celebrities and stuff, or people that's like well off, usually the man has to pay like a heavy penalty or something like that. So, you know, that's a conversation for another day. But I want to touch on that, since she was married and she got out of it now. You know, so I don't know if she thought the grass was greener, and then she found out it's just totally different out here. And that's the thing, women, especially when you get like older, in your 30s or 40s and stuff like that. You know, you're going to be encountering, like, the guys you encounter when you're younger, I think you get the best concentration of men, because you get like younger men, you get older men, mature men, established men, you get everything. When you get older, only because I guess, you know, you have kids, or either you get a lot more traumas and baggage and stuff like that, your pool is going to shrink. And that's for like a number of reasons, because the men that you're going to come across are men that also may have went through their traumas. They might have had like a bad divorce, or they had a child with another woman, and it's like trauma there. So, you know, you're getting guys that's damaged, women that's damaged, and on top of y'all being damaged, when y'all get in y'all 30s, then y'all want to have like high standards. So the guys that's more established, they have money and stuff like that, they're probably not going to want to put up with the hassle, unless if you either play a good game of hiding all your issues, or either if you luckily manage to heal and grow from your issues. And also, I guess, keep yourself relatively in shape, because, you know, it always seems like when women are younger, well, that varies in the United States because we have bad eating habits. But I'll say, like, a lot of women are like physically fit or look their best around that time. Then sometimes when they get in their 30s or 40s, they just totally let themselves go. Now, sometimes it is age, but sometimes it's kind of like that guy that just, you know, he used to be buff, and then he gets married, and then he gets like a pot belly, and he just drinking beer, and he kind of just lets himself go. So, you know, drills do that too, but since men are more visual, I don't know, it tends to bother us, definitely. For some reason, sometimes women don't seem to mind when their guy gets chubby. Not all the time, but I'll see women with chubby dudes, unless if they just obviously using them because they have money or finances and stuff. So, you know. Anyway, that's just something to think about. But if you're in a long-term relationship, hopefully, you know, you thought about being serious with this person. You should know within 3 to 6 months if this person is good material or something like that, especially after you marry them. So, you know, I mean, I kind of think marriage should be a death do you part type of thing or something. But under some situations, yeah, you may have to leave. But I just believe these days that people are just too quick to pull the plug. And since, well, from they say statistically, women are the ones that normally initiate divorce, you know, and it could be various reasons for that, you know. Of course, most of the time it's cheating, but a lot of time is the thing of like maybe he works too much and you guys have kids and he works too much and he can't give you enough attention, and then you start feeling a certain kind of way, or either you want to get back in these streets, or you know, you miss the attention you used to get from other men. I mean, it's just a whole lot of stuff right now. But I guess what I'm trying to say in this particular video is that women, take marriage, just don't look at it as a title or that day that is your day, the wedding cake and stuff. Look at that more seriously of like, do you really want to spend the rest of your life with this guy? I mean, I'm pretty sure whether it's the guy or the girl, they think that, well, they're in love and they believe they're making the right choice. But you both know it's like issues in the beginning, and you know, most times those issues are just going to get bigger. So, oh, and before I forget, I do want to touch on one more thing that she had mentioned. With the hurt that's out there with both men and women, that some of those good guys become players and some of those women becomes hoes. Now, from the men's perspective, you ladies have to understand, in our early 20s, you know, it's normally a struggle with us, unless if we like Chad or Tyrone or the top tier man, for us to be getting women. We don't start really getting luck until we get closer to 30, more established, more money and stuff like that. But it's always, we have to become more. Whereas it seems like with women, you know, and it's no fault of your own, you know, because it's the way that men are built that enables you. Is if you're like halfway decent to attractive, you're already put on the pedestal, already given the attention. And you do have to do certain things to stand out, such as the makeup and have your hair done and stuff like that. And I do realize the constant maintaining struggle that you women do, you know, not just for men, but mainly for yourselves, or you're competing, or self-esteem and stuff. So, but for women, you have to think that you have to think ahead, because you're not going to be young forever. So once you get older, you know, it's going to be hard out here to find a good man, you know. Unless if you're attractive and you don't really let them know your age until they get to know you and stuff like that. I mean, I don't think guys care about that as much. I believe that's a nationality thing, because I know black guys don't usually care about that. But to be honest, black guys are kind of like at the bottom of the guys that's most desired. So a lot of us, I guess, take that mentality to try to get what we can get, you know, unless if we are like a basketball player, football player, like we have high stats like early. But anyway, I don't want this video to get too long. I say what I want to say, but thanks for viewing. Hit the like button before you go out. Thank you very much for viewing, and have a nice week. Thank you. Okay, guys. I'll see you later. Out.
I still wanna run to you. Am I breaking through? Do you feel me too?
Pando made it.
I still wanna run to you.